Good afternoon. A common statement that I hear usually after a woman takes one of my classes is that they feel that their eyes are open just to the responsibility that is on their shoulders. They usually say it with honesty and maybe a little bit of sheepishness, is that they have this admittance that they always just assume that if they were with their spouse, that their spouse would save them. In a lot of scenario work drills that I've watched and I've filmed in a lot of my training courses, I see the men that come into these courses for various reasons and they just bomb them. Now I need you to know, most of the time you do screw up in these. In fact, I actually don't think I've ever not bombed. The point is to first have your eyes open to actual force-on-force scenarios, and then the other is to learn. These men are there because they're gun enthusiasts, military, law enforcement, or a civilian gun owner, all wanting to responsibly train to make educated decisions and fight. They're all there taking the steps to become better for themselves and those around them, and they bomb. They make terrible decisions when amped up, and these are the guys that are putting forth the effort for self-defense. I'm not slamming your spouse when I ask, ladies, has your significant other done that? Because if the men who took the time and cash out of their lives to go learn and run scene work make poor decisions during their drill, when it's just them, throw in the variable of you being there, you are a hindrance. A common thing that is asked of me in courses, especially moms, is this: what about if my kids are present? Yes, exactly that. When I'm by myself, I'm a basic brontosaurus. I'm jovial, I'm friendly, I'm smiling, I'm eating tree star leaves. But when my kids are with me, I'm a velociraptor. You get within 15 feet of them and I will chew your face off while using my back talons to sort out your small intestines from your large. The reason is because I can't take that chance. I can't give it a rest because the what ifs are even more skewed and more broad. The variables are just... So I sit in these classes and I watch everyday men who, just like me, get their asses handed to them, and I'm impressed with them. And then I'm even more scared with the general population of the ladies who roll with that way of thinking of, well, my significant other will save me. He's not going to save you because he can't. In the martial arts world, there's a joke that rolls around. It's basically any person, it's usually a man, that armchair warriors about what he would do when he's attacked, and he says, I just see red and they're all dead. They're pretty much made fun of. Because that's just flat out untrue. You may see red when you're threatened, but then you make poor decisions. Then your adrenaline wears off with your poorly performed punches, and your lady friend is drug off by a third party into the bushes. That's reality. The truth is, you rise to the level of your training, that's it. And women, if you love him, don't be another factor into him making a mistake. Become an ally and become an asset. But he carries a gun! Yep, I've seen that scene too. I would venture to say, without the variable of the third party that they are having to protect, when these drills are run with a pistol, about 60% of them either can't pull their gun, or if they do, it's used on them later. That's without you there. Your man can be a deterrent, but even then that's a small variable. Chuck Smith, who's a former law enforcement, he has like a laundry list resume of all things like gunfighting. He owns a 5.0 Tactical out of Tulsa, and he said, often when the male was engaged, the female was targeted by a third participant, so the male's presence was nullified. This is literally not the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or even 10th time I have heard from people in law enforcement for years who speak of an accomplice. Yes, your man may deselect you from a singular rapist on the trail, but in other settings, you are getting your head slammed into the gravel while he's fighting off leader of the pack. You are responsible for your safety, just like you are responsible for your children's safety. Put the above perspective of your man's inability to protect you and replace it with you and your babies. What is the third party doing while you are engaged in fighting off an attacker? Are you capable? Ladies, I'm telling you, in every class, my goal is for you to continue to take steps towards personal safety. My course is only a jumping off point. It's barely shaved ice from a glacier. Make the move and stop being a liability. Be an asset, be a velociraptor, and start shredding guts. Much love to you all. Hoot hoot.